I just always love being with you, Cheryl. It's just been really a fun ride. What came to me right away was just your mission on getting healthier. Can you just remind us all why this was so important to you to put yourself first this season?
Well, I think about the timing of that meeting and Livea coming into my life. That I was sort of rock bottom in terms of where I was in my life and how I was feeling, whether my knees, my back, energy, that sort of thing. I just was starting to feel very lethargic and didn't want to do anything, and that's just not acceptable when you have a 7-year-old son.
Right.
He's like, "Let's go, Mom. Can you pick me up?
He's a busy guy.
Can you do?" And it got harder and harder, and so something needed to happen. And I always say this: for Livea to have my attention, that was hard to do. I've never been somebody that's been about needing someone else. I know what to do. I have everything around me. I know what to do. And obviously, clearly, it wasn't happening, so Livea helped me make it happen.
And it's really been an interesting relationship because you are just truly a woman who inspires so many and motivates so many. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx and general manager, and you're traveling, you're doing a lot of things. Tell me what Livea has done for you in terms of organizing all of that, just so you could put yourself first.
You think about that, and all of us, there's so many can relate to this, that I'm really good at organizing for other people. But as it pertains to yourself sometimes, I wasn't paying those bills, so to speak. Paid every other bill, do everything else, but not the one that would help me. That was probably the biggest thing to start to notice, like I'm not being the best version of myself for everyone. So being able to kind of take that inventory of going, I need something different here and I need some help.
I think the biggest joy for me was to see how you lifted yourself and how you really impacted yourself and put yourself first. So what were those big versions that you put into alignment that helped you with that?
Well, I think first and foremost, I never thought I would have another favorite coach again. But then came this new coach in my life. And so the coach, Coach Connie, is the one who gave me the path. And I was just ready. I was ready to be coached. And that was the path for me, was knowing, giving me the tools and me being able to go execute what you're asking for, to see the immediate results of just how I felt. I was surprised that I didn't have a more difficult time. It was actually easy, and just followed the plan.
What are the big takeaways for you in putting yourself first?
What I tried to do was to say, I need to stay focused on this. Remember, I prioritized myself in March. Let's not let all this progress go. And that wasn't always easy. As a team, as we go through our ups and downs, to compound it, that's one of the things I always ask our players, don't compound mistakes. And that was a big thing. In those moments, very, very conscious choices where I'm going, I still have to prioritize me, especially when things get difficult. Because if I'm not, then I'm compounding the situation.
I love that. So going into future seasons, what were like the big takeaways for you as far as your health and how you're able to coach, be a mom, be a wife, be all the things?
I think the biggest thing is that, this isn't a short-term thing. This isn't something I'm just doing for a little bit. That this, for me, is a life-changing moment, right? That is starting in March, that going forward, I don't want to do anything different than make the good choices that help me physically at the age of 55. And I'm thinking about, how long can I be here? How long can I be a part of Oliver's life? And so I think that's, for me, always going to be the decision. And I'm eager to get to the maintenance part, the next phases. I'm eager to get to that. But just how I feel, that's the biggest driver. That for me, compliments are great. That always makes a person feel good. But ultimately, I'm not doing it for the compliments. I'm doing it for, how I feel.
I have just been thrilled to be in your space and to work so closely with you. You've ultimately changed my life as well. I now love basketball.
That's right.
And I know now what in the paint
is.
Right.
That's right.
So I've learned a lot of terms and things, and it's just been so fun to watch your team grow. And I know that this is years to come as we've built a relationship. That's right. And it's just been a pleasure, and you've done such an amazing job.
Well, I appreciate your patience. As a coach, I try to have patience. You have had to have a great deal of patience in dealing with me and Carly, and finding your way, knowing that at times, like, okay, they didn't really bring their best this week. We're gonna. So I know what that feels like. So I appreciate your patience in working with us and bringing out the best in us.
It's all good. My pleasure.